What's up, everybody? OrdinarySith here. I hope you are having a lovely day. Today I will be giving you a noob's experience playing Path of Exile 2. The hope of this video is to show that even if you are new to games like this, you'll still be able to play. Just take your time, learn boss moves, and figure out what works for you. There are plenty of classes to choose from in this early access release. You got this, and I believe in you. In this video, I'll be playing as the witch. She has access to minions, and I need all the help I can get. Also, the Blood Mage Ascendancy looked pretty cool. I've never played the first game. I was going to, but then I realized Path of Exile 2 was right around the corner. So I have zero experience and no clue what I'm doing. So be prepared for a lot of death, a lot of dumb mistakes that I probably should have learned from, unoptimized builds, but you know what? I'm out here trying my best. I love how the game starts off with every playable class up on the chopping block. I guess in this case, it would be the hanging block. Moving on, our barefoot waifu was the only one who didn't die because plot armor. Shortly after the wounded man was brutally eaten alive, we get our first piece of loot, which is more important. And it's a wand. One might say we're a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Followed up by the rattling scepter, which will allow us to summon the undead to fuck shit up. Now, in all basic tutorial things, you travel around, you kill a couple of things, then you get your first skill. In this case, ours is Unearth, which is crucial to the build. Now, with Unearth, we will be using that to summon what I will be calling baby xenomorphs. So we will be unearthing a dead body? That kind of sounded a lot better in my head. See? Look at that little guy, dude. He's a little murder machine. He's adorable. I'm ready to go conquer the entire world with this little army. I love it. They kill everything, dude. They're the perfect mobbing tool. Yes. Yes, everybody dies in a sea of purple and green. Yes, my children, murder them. Murder the non-believers. I'm unstoppable. And I died. My tunnel vision strikes me again because I didn't even realize that I had an unspent skill point. Yeah, awesome. Alright, we encounter our first boss, and he wants to split me in half. Not in the good way. Or is it, since I'm a necromancer? Either way, our resident thick boy is blocking our way to success. So, time to die. He summons a few undead, but joke's on him, you are giving me bodies to raise my baby xenomorphs. I love it, dude. These little f***ers cover the whole map and just shred everything. Alright, nice tutorial, boss. My children definitely did most of the work there. Make your mama proud. Time to make our way to Clearfell and talk to Renly.
Renly's the name. You're skilled with the violence, if what you did out there in the riverbanks is any sign. Another refugee from the Count's justice, I take it. Well, have no fear. This place is something of a hideaway for many of us now, and we could sorely use your skills in these dark times. I'll smith for you what I can, if you're willing to bend your violence toward our defense. There's a beast of particular dark power stalking us out in the felling. It moves unseen under the dirt and attacks without warning. We can't leave the walls to find food, and I've been unable to corner and slay the beast myself.
Renly gives us another skill gem, which will be used to unlock Contagion, the bread and butter of our build. Contagion is a debuff and damage over time ability that spreads to all enemies and can be applied to corpses. If you kill it while the debuff is active, an AoE explosion will happen as well. You will get a nice rush of dopamine, seeing all that purple. Just don't be like me and forget to heal like you always do in these games. Mud Burrow is our first dungeon. Here we can really see our purple mist in action. And more importantly, if you're like me, you can get that sweet, sweet dopamine. Just look at all the baby xenomorphs. Go, baby xenomorph, go. Yeah, dude, they f***ed them up. The Devourer isn't too hard. Just watch out for the poison and extra worm things. I guess that's what it is. That spawn. Remember to take your time. I know you can do it. Crazy that I almost just got one shot there. Yes, puke on me. I love it. I love it. And I also love, I am a strong, proud, single mother, as my children completely annihilated that little bitch. Alright, let's go turn this side quest in.
Ah, finally! Took down the Devourer, did you? Oh, that's incredible! This is the first real success we've had against the darkness. We can breathe a bit easier now, perhaps even go out and gather food. Now, this won't cover our debt to you, not nearly, but take it as thanks.
Time to give birth to our next child, Skeleton Sniper. Move on to the next area. I show you guys how good my children, my minions, my unpaid interns are by wiping out this entire family of werewolves, hashtag f them kids, and bask in the dopamine of the purple mist. I love it. But I tell you what I don't love is this boss, because I died damn near instantly. How am I, a squishy single mother, supposed to defend myself against this? I keep dying over and over and over to this thing. I don't even know how to say its name. The words are hard. I don't care what his name is. All I know is I hate this thing. I cut out most of my death, but by far the most trouble I've had. Contagion and the minions came in clutch, but I can't even begin to tell you how long this boss took me to kill.
To end you, monstrous weed.
This shade, is it still alive? Perhaps it can give us the answers we seek. Only the Count's sword has the power to bind souls to the tree like this. We must free it somehow. There is a battlefield not far from here that runs red with rust, where the weapons and armor of countless Ezamites still remain. We call it the Red Veil. You should search the area. There may still be power in some of those centuries-old relics. Renly will know how to forge them, bring the runes to him, and then, perhaps, we shall find some answers.
I wrote a song for this section in the video, and I want you guys to sing along if you know the words. Keep in mind, I only want positive feedback, as I am called the songbird of my generation. Everything is spreading, it's all purple. People are dying, and my children are rising. You are all gonna die.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Now it's time for a solo from our granddaddy, Bone Daddy, Poison Skeletal Sniper. Holy shit, that was a mouthful. This is your granddaddy. You're sucking down my poison arrows. Now, I can all see you getting ready to type in the comments your thoughts about that once-in-a-lifetime song you just heard. I'm gonna let you know you can just keep those comments to yourself. No need to say what's really on your mind. That's okay. but moving on, you're gonna hate the Rust King. This guy took me 1, 2, I don't know how many hours to beat. It's just a pure montage of death and despair. He one-shot my Skelly boys pretty much all the time, and it got to levels of Elden Ring and Dark Souls where I was like, maybe I should just take a day break and fight him tomorrow. But through my strong, independent, single mom vibes, we got through it.
But be cautious. They stayed warm after forging no matter how many times I quenched them. I would ask what you need these for, but I'm putting my trust in you.
Thank you for the runes, Renly.
What happened here?
Be free!
He's unconscious, but he's breathing. Though, this wound.
So, real quick, I wanted to say that you might have noticed my input switching throughout this video. I went from mouse and keyboard to controller. That is due to me having crap genetics. I have arthritis and I can only use mouse and keyboard for so long, and it sucks. It really does. When you see me turning away from an enemy during a fight, that is the controller not being fully optimized for this. Most players are on mouse and keyboard, so I can understand why controller is not the main focus, but it can be very frustrating for those who have a similar situation.
The wound. It should be fatal, but somehow he clings to life. I fear it will not be long until his song ends. He will never heal while the Count's binding still holds sway. Only by a Count's hand can this binding be released. I know an old tale, one that speaks of a ring we might be able to recover, buried 3 centuries ago in our ancient graveyard. A Count's signet ring, bearing his rune of authority. But how to reach it in time? Grim Tangle. The overgrown sinkholes and gullies that run beneath Ogham can lead you there.
Anywho, after talking to Yuna, we go through a dungeon that was previously locked to us.
Wait a moment. The old...
Fight the Druid Boss, which reminds me of how disappointed I am that the Druid class is not available until later. The Rotten Druid is simultaneously gross and cool, and I really look forward to doing a Druid playthrough for you guys if that's something you would like to see. A pretty simple and straightforward fight. Just be careful of his AoE attacks and those pus ball things, and you'll be good. You got this. Upon defeating him, we make it to the Cemetery of the Eternals. All the skeletons attack me. Do they not see that I'm an ally? Do you not see my unpaid intern? I mean my children with me? This one over here could be your grandfather. This is your granddaddy! Okay, thank you, skeletal sniper. Going through this dungeon made me think, who is the consort boss going to be? Because I am going to have flashbacks of the Elden Ring DLC. The boss calls me her sister, which I find very immersive because in this universe, witches are like sisters. It's like a sisterhood, which is cool. She calls upon her simp, Draven, throughout the fight to help her, but he must have run out of money as he was no help. She is a pretty difficult fight. You need to be very careful of her bone cage. If you get trapped in there, she will absolutely one-shot you, which is a recurring theme that I feel we all come across when playing this game.
I need you. Front of the full moon.
I hate to put down a sister witch, but you had it coming.
Making it back to the cemetery, I finally realized who I am starting to become. Ivan Ooze.
Well, meet my kids.
I mean, just look at it. The core of our skill is purple goo, I guess. Maybe we can make an exception. He uses purple goo. I have kids. He has kids. The similarities are there, folks.
You defeated Asinia. The Praetor will be devastated. He gets what he deserves. But there's no time to waste. We must get through the gate. Find Draven. Find the other key.
Solomon Grundy over here blabbing about letting him into the gate. Draven, the Eternal Scent, blocks our progress. So you know what that means. Time to die. His Discord kitten finally reaches out and helps him. She's got to keep that tier 3 subscription somehow. Now, I'm gonna be honest here, because you guys know that I do not shy away from calling any game out on their bullshit. Some of these boss fights, or even just mobs in this game, are absolutely atrocious. Draven is a terrible, terrible boss fight. Some of his attacks are very easy to dodge, but that sword swing will sometimes lag you into place is the best way I can describe it. It seems very, very, very unfair, as well as casual white mobs one-shotting you in the game. If you are new to the game, be wary of this.
Do my eyes again deceive me? You have the keys. You showed those eternal bastards. Use the keys to open the gate. Let's go and free my family. Isabel, Torquil, Callum, the family of Count Lachlan of Ogham. My family. This doesn't make any sense. They're dead. Those bastard Eternals. I must make them pay. I must make them suffer.
What did I do to deserve that? I help you find your dead family, and I'm the one who has to pay for their deaths? What? Honestly, guys, be prepared. This boss ain't no joke. He sends their dead spirits there, as in, I'm assuming his dead family, because that would be pretty metal, dude. Anyways, he sends their dead spirits to kamikaze attack me. I need some RPG elements in here. I need the option to tell him, oh no, don't get mad about your family. You'll see them again. Option to get this dude to leave me alone. Why is he so damn strong? Is this one of those, like, build checks that they have in the game? Kind of like how Elden Ring or other Souls games, they have the vigor check to see if you're prepared for getting your ass beat. Covering the map in ice to slow me down for an easier kamikaze, which is crazy. And if this dude bonks me on the head one more time with that club, oh! You think your rage burns? I'm over here having to fight you for 2+ hours. My rage burns. Man, finally. Freaking die and give me that shit tier loot.
Little tale is over, old man.
Back to Clearfell, we save the hooded man who will let us respec later. After he yaps, we head out to the hunting grounds. Oh boy, the hunting grounds walled the hell out of me. The poison damage ticked so fast, and I could only spam my healing potions so quick. I'm going to attribute this to me being new, and I most likely didn't have optimized gear. So I'll end the video here and go grind some. Overall, Path of Exile 2 is shaping up to be a solid game. I remember first trying to play this. Nobody could get in for, what was it, like 6 or 7 hours? Everybody is like, if I keep spamming the reconnect button, surely that will work. And I know this is true because I was one of those people. Keep in mind, This is still early access, so a lot could change before this video comes out. If I had to give it a score out of 10, I would say a 6 or a 7. There are a few things in here that I do not agree with. Some bosses are absurdly hard for no reason. I respect the challenge, but I respect it more when it's fair. It's hard to put a number on these early access games because so many of them release differently. Some of them have 10 hours of content, some of them have less. Some of them are like Path of Exile 2 and have, I think, like 30 hours of content, probably more, honestly. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If so, maybe consider dropping a like and subscribe. Have a lovely day, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.